Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin names Russell Wilson as the Week 1 starter for the Steelers against the Falcons. But also, he warns the Falcons that Justin Fields be aware of him. He's too athletic to not be utilized. Also, there's an injury update on Issac Seumalo. He left practice early yesterday, and it was a pectoral injury. Many thought that maybe he would be done for the season, but the Steelers get some good news in return on him. But first, before I get more into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, and analysis. Also like and comment. Now, let's get right back to the video. So, Mike Tomlin yesterday, in his press conference ahead of the Steelers' Week 1 matchup against the Falcons, officially named the starter for the Steelers, and it is Russell Wilson. This was as to be expected. Mike Tomlin, even throughout training camp, preseason, he's always said that Russell Wilson is in pole position to be the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and even though he was dealing with his calf injury, he missed or was at least limited in basically all of training camp, missed the first preseason game, didn't play good in the second preseason game, but then the third one looked much better. Even though all that happened, Russell Wilson still ended up winning the job. Even though Justin Fields, although training camp looked good, his preseason looked solid, showing off his playmaking skills, especially with his legs, he was still quarterback number 2. If it was strictly based off quarterback competition alone, probably Justin Fields would get the edge. But because Russell Wilson was signed first, and then Justin Fields was traded for later, and they basically already said to Russell Wilson when he signed, hey, you're going to be the starter, that's probably the reason why they went with him. Also because he's a veteran, he's been there, he's done that. But if it was strictly quarterback competition, it might have been Justin Fields, but Russell Wilson gets the nod to start the season. So, Russell Wilson is named the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that doesn't mean that Justin Fields won't get playing time, because Mike Tomlin actually said this to the media. He warned the Falcons head coach that Justin Fields will be utilized. Here's his quote to the media about using Justin Fields in packages or gadget plays. Make no mistake, his talent in regards to his mobility is something intriguing to us. My friend Raheem Morris better be ready for a Justin Fields package. There's too much talent to be sitting around watching. End quote. That quote was by the Rich Eisen show, so it's obviously reliable. That quote by Mike Tomlin is the most candid you'll see him, because usually he's dodging the question, being around the bush, ignoring it, or leaving it up to interpretation by the fans or the media. But no, he did not back down from that question. He came out and gave a warning to the head coach and his friend Raheem Morris of the Atlanta Falcons for Week 1. So you'll see Justin Fields in the game and you'll see him be utilized. Usually he goes around the question and he probably wouldn't answer it, but he strictly said, Justin Fields, his mobility, you cannot waste it, and there will be a package for him. That was a big question when Russell Wilson was basically named the starter at the beginning of the offseason, even though it was a quarterback competition, but Russell Wilson we knew was going to be the starter. It was basically, hey, will there be a package for Justin Fields? We didn't know. And every single time Arthur Smith was asked a question about it, he really didn't give us anything to go based off of. And the answer was probably going to be no. But Mike Tomlin says yes, there will be a package for Justin Fields and he will be utilized, even though he will not be the starter. And to be honest, when you look at the preseason, it was a great example of what that package might be. Because when you look at the play calls that were called for Russell Wilson compared to when Justin Fields in the game, it was a lot different. There was way more read options for Justin Fields, quarterback designed runs, and even some deep passes down the middle of the field. So, off of play action that is. So maybe that's a great example of what it would be, what the package would look like for Justin Fields. Because when Russell Wilson was in the game, it was more of the underneath stuff, more of the designed plays, and getting it going. But Justin Fields has a big play capability with his legs at any given time to be able to run for get a first down, dive to get a first down, or just throw it really deep because of his accuracy. So that's maybe exactly what the Saints do with Taysom Hill, for example, or what the Patriots did with Cam Newton. designed plays for a running back who's built, for a quarterback who's built like a running back. So you have Justin Fields come in maybe on short downs, maybe you need 2 yards. Maybe he comes in for the quarterback sneaks. Maybe he comes in for the quarterback design runs, or to play action off of it when people think it's going to be a run and to throw it deep. So Justin Fields, there will be a package for him, and that's more than likely what the package would be if we're looking at the preseason tape. But anyway, before I move on to the Isaac Seumalo topic and his injury update, let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on Russell Wilson being named the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Did you want Justin Fields to be the starter? Also, how do you feel about Mike Tomlin basically coming out and saying Justin Fields will be utilized and give a warning to the Falcons? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, now let's move over to Isaac Seumalo, because he left practice early yesterday with a pectoral injury, and it was feared that he may have suffered a season-ending injury. But no, he did not. So, just in case if you weren't keeping up with Isaac Seumalo's injury from yesterday, let me just give you the rundown of what happened. Adam Schefter, ESPN's top insider, reported this, and it gave Steelers fans a scare. More Steelers news. Pittsburgh starting guard Isaac Seumalo left practice today with an apparent pectoral injury and is undergoing tests to determine the severity of the injury, per sources. And that left Steelers fans shocked and scared that Isaac Seumalo was going to be done for the season, and the Steelers season was over before it even started in terms of the offensive line and blocking, because we all know how big of a component that is. And would they have to start another rookie, Mason McCormick, on the offensive line, and that would be 2 rookies and maybe 3 by the end of the season, with their center and maybe Troy Fautanu as well. So many people thought, hey, was he done for the season? Well, good thing Adam Schefter came back with this not too long after, saying initial tests showed that the Steelers guard Isaac Seumalo did not suffer a season-ending pectoral injury. The team is still weighing how long he could miss, but as one source said, we dodged a bullet. End quote. So that was really great news, because it's not a season-ending injury. Now we're going to have to wait and see, is it one of those injuries where, hey, Elijah Roberts, he was dealing with pectoral injury at the very end of last season. Is it one of those injuries? Will he be able to be full strength? Will he be playing injured? Or will he be ready by week 1 and it's just nothing to worry about at all? We all know how it affected TJ Watt that one season where he missed like more than half the season with his injury. But he actually tore it, but he didn't get surgery to repair it. So at least it's not a season-ending injury. We didn't get clarity on what actually it is. Is it a tear, but he's just going to play through it and it's not going to end the season? Or is it something else completely different and it's just an injury? So we didn't get clarity on that, but at least it's reported it is not season-ending, and Isaac Seumalo will be playing for the Steelers. Week 1 maybe, but at least eventually. And like I said, this would have been a huge loss for the Steelers. Isaac Seumalo was one of the pieces holding that offensive line together, along with James Daniels being the veterans of the group, Isaac Seumalo being the older veteran. But you look at that, and if Isaac Seumalo wouldn't have been able to play, and it would have been season ending, just like I said, you would have Zach Frazier, starting rookie. You would have probably Mason McCormick take Isaac Seumalo's place as a starting guard. And maybe eventually Troy Fautanu, a starting tackle, another rookie. So that would have been 3 rookies on the offensive line by the end of the season. So, good thing that's not the case. And the Steelers in the preseason, they had trouble blocking, and it probably would have only got worse if you take out the Steelers or one of the Steelers' best blocking guards or just offensive linemen in general on this team. So good thing Isaac Seumalo, it's nothing too serious, and he will be playing eventually for the Steelers team this season. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts on the comments below on this topic as well. On Isaac Seumalo maybe missing time. Do you think he'll miss any time with that pectoral injury, or do you think he'll be ready by week 1? And how lucky are we that we avoided a major season-ending injury? How much of an impact do you think Isaac Seumalo has on this team? Do you think if he missed time, the Steelers would have been in trouble? Let me know your thoughts. And also, once again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers updates, news, rumors, highlights, analysis, reports, everything like that. I've covered all this offseason, and as we're heading to the season now, more things are going to pop up, like these updates on Russell Wilson, the starters, the backups, packages, Mike Tomlin, and other players saying some stuff. So I'm covering it all. Stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.